Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. Yeah, in yesterday's video I also covered for you the bigger picture, the larger time frame. We don't want to do that again in this video. If you're interested in that, we do that again in the next video, so feel free to subscribe to the channel, activate that notification bell, but you can just simply watch also the last video in which I only made yesterday, still pretty much up to date, and I highlighted to you the pattern on the larger time frame, and that won't have changed at all. But here in this video, because we only did it yesterday, the longer time frame, just want to focus on the shorter time frame. And you can see that the market rallied in 3 waves into the 17th of July high, where it topped around 63.5 cents, and now we seem to be in this B wave pullback. So we have an A wave up in 3 waves, B wave correction, could be a sideways correction as a flat structure, a so-called flat correction. And I already updated the chart earlier today and communicated that the 100% extension level is basically at 55.5 cents. So that's the very first support level to watch. Quick explanation: if we're dealing with such a pullback, and I might just increase the wave degree a little bit here of the ABC structure, the internal structure, but if we're dealing with a structure like that, then if we have an initial A wave down, this here was a clear 3-wave move up in wave B. It failed to form, waves 4 and 5, so it's a 3-wave move, which means that the A wave, which topped on the 17th of July, ended as a 3-wave move. So we're now watching for that B wave correction as a flat correction with an overshooting B wave. Now, whenever that's the case, we can still calculate the length of the C wave based on the length of the A wave. And there are common targets, usually between the 100% and the 138% extension, maybe a little lower. There's not necessarily a maximum, but typically you would find them not go below the 1.618, but I haven't actually shown that here because we're then entering the larger support area for the B wave pullback as well. Anyway, so there's a difference here. The white box indicates the Fibonacci extensions. So these are Fibonacci extensions, Fib extension targets, and this here is the orange B wave support box, B wave standard support. There's a difference. One of them is support area is calculated based on Fibonacci retracements, and often we find additional levels and maybe even more accurate levels with the Fibonacci extension tool, because that's the internal projection. They are actually targets, and they are defined between 55.5 and 50 cents. So watch for these 4 levels next for support. There seems to be a small cluster of support here where the previous swing low is located, and the 1.38 extension and the 38.2 extension retracement at around 53 cents. So pay attention to that area. Specifically just above that, we've got the 53.4 cent level. So yeah, quite a few levels there. So in case it needs another low, this would be an area to watch. For now, I'm watching for this C wave to maybe extend a bit further, but we already reached the 100% extension. If we now take off, then this could be a C wave rally to the upside, which I actually haven't specifically labeled here on our smaller time frame chart, but it would be a C wave. And where should it take us from here? It should take us to, again, the 100% extension. So we talk about 93 cents next. This is just the next milestone target, could easily go higher, but that is subject to change depending on how low the B wave goes. Now, what would be a trigger to indicate wave C has started? Well, the cleanest setup would be a 1-2 setup, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the cleanest setup. That would be best confirmation from an Elliott wave point of view that the C wave has started. Because what else do we have? There isn't much. The only other thing we have, or what we could add, is maybe a trend line. So you might want, if you're a trend line trader, you might want to check that, but we don't really have a very reliable trend line here, I feel. Still worth watching. And then a break above the B wave top at 66 cents would also be good confirmation that we've started the next move up. That's what I'm watching at the moment. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.